Good morning, everyone. Welcome back on Weekly Crypto Review. It's Monday again. Well, every Monday we do the same thing. We look at weekly charts to see where we are on higher time frame, and then slowly go on daily. And at the end of the live stream, we go on lower time frame. Maybe we can find some potential setups. So we'll do the same this week. Morning, Timmy. Hey, Adela. Hey, Machiavelli. Hey, Rule. Hey, Waka. Aqua. Sorry. So, someone please tell me if we have image and if the sound is okay, so we can start. All good. Thank you. So, Bitcoin, CME, weekly chart. Unfortunately, if you see 2 weeks ago, we had a nice dump here, but we closed above this 69 level. This week, we did up and down, but we closed below, which is not bullish at all. That means most probably we'll have an environment like this, fucking around for a long period of time in this area. I'm still hoping for a bounce to this area, 90, but if accepts and stays below 69 and the price action will be below 69, just look left here and you'll see why I don't like this scenario here. No W yet, no nothing. Accepting 69, accepting below 69 on weekly level, I don't like that. But on the other hand, it's a range. We are closer to the bottom now than to the top. Doesn't matter what other people say. Look at these levels here. Now, the top was 127. Now we are at 68. We are closer to the bottom. Will take time until we consolidate. Well, if we put the other chart, you know what? If we put the other chart, the bigger time frame and the 3 years with 1 year, we have time until October to form a bottom here, no? Unfortunately, nothing we can do about it. We can adapt and we can try to, I don't know, trade if we can. If not, we can wait until October to get a potential bottom. I was hoping for a fast bounce at least to 90k in this area, dump chaser zone, and then going back down. You can see we have one gap, two gaps above us. It's still possible. Even at some point in time will be probable that will retest. I don't think we'll go straight down. But in medium time frame, it's ugly that we close below 69. This is my 2 cents. So, I think range, I think sideways. Maybe if we're lucky, we'll get a bounce above 85, but that will be a shorting opportunity. I'm telling you this now, not when we'll bounce, because when we'll bounce, you'll not listen anymore. So, when you'll see the price action here, 89, 90k, everyone will become bullish again, and everyone will say to the moon. So make your plans now. What you'll do when this one will go here. Up to you. Okay, so indicators, potential divergence here, but you know, potential is equal almost to 0. Nothing on RSI, nothing on OBV. So we can stay in this area for longer. We can dump to 40k without a problem. The longer we stay here, the chances to go to 40k are increasing. And when we'll get to 40k, remember, I'm saying it at 69, 70k. When we'll get here, people will say 20k. So they will not buy this level just because they want cheaper and cheaper. Okay, so CME chart is looking ugly. This one is looking similar, is the same chart, just not the CME one. Now we have 53% drop from the top, 60k in the dollar value. And you can see we have, let's assume that we'll go here. That's a 66%, 70, 67, kind of in this area. So if you look at the drop, every time the drop 84, 77, you can see the drop is not as aggressive. So now if we get 70%, if we get 40k, should be that should be the bottom. Kind of 7% less every bear market. I don't have any reason to think different at the moment. So yeah, this validates even more this level here. October and 40k, 39, 38, who the fuck knows, but in that area. Morning, Angelo. It is what it is, people. Yeah, take it level by level. And I don't know if you are some of you are traders, okay, let's trade. If some of you want to be trader, okay, let's teach you how to trade. If you are just an investor, arm yourself with a lot of patience and wait for this level or something like this. But like I said, I don't think we'll go straight down. I think we'll have a bounce. 80 something, 85, 88, 90k. And here everyone will become bullish again. Just my 2 cents, people. I'm not financial advisor. I'm not here to predict the market. I'm just working with scenarios and I'll try to find an advantage in the market. Okay. Now, let's take a look at Ethereum on a higher time frame weekly chart. If we take this low and if we take this high, we are just fucking around with 61.8. We can dump lower? Of course we can. And probably will. 1.5? Yeah, could be a good level to buy. Below 1.5? Even better. Will accept below 1,000? I don't know. Could we form the bottom for the next cycle at $1,000? Why not? I don't see why not. Everyone is saying that, well, the last cycle we had 1,000. Yeah, 2022 we had the bottom. Yeah, but the difference between Bitcoin and Ethereum is that we have the same fucking quantity of Bitcoin, yeah, almost, and we don't have the same quantity of Ethereum from 2022. No, just think about it. So yeah, it's possible to form the bottom here in this area. Most probably will form around here. I don't know exactly where. Usually, in my experience, Ethereum loves 78.6. That means 1,000 and something, or $1,000 for a bottom. Now, we just respected the 61.8. We bounced, and you can see now, the bounce was weak, and will probably accept lower. Okay. I don't see anything special on indicators. Potential on MACD. But you know, I don't trust MACD too much. Okay. That's weekly on Ethereum. Bitcoin dominance. You know, my 2 cents about this one. I think this year, I don't know when, we'll have something and we'll drop in this area. That means, clearly means an altcoin season or mini altcoin season, or at least something. But that's the area where I'll be more than okay to sell some of my bags. If we'll accept in the long reload zone and we'll touch this level here. Now looks improbable. Well, no, Paul, look at it. It's fighting 60%. Yeah, I know. But at the same time, I don't have any reason to think different this time. At some point in time, we'll have something. In my 2 cents. If not, I'll hold until the next bull market. Next 4-year cycle. If we are talking about altcoins. So, I see some weakness here. Maybe we'll form some yams and we'll drop more. You can see here. For the moment, it's holding that level like a champ. But at some point in time, if we'll accept below, slow and steady, people. Slow and steady. It's 2026, but we are in February, middle of the 1 month and a half from the 2026. So we still have time to see the market here. We still have time for a mini altcoin season. We still have time to form a bottom on Bitcoin. We have time for everything. Ethereum versus Bitcoin. Unfortunately, no real bounce here. 0.03 we accepted below. And I think we'll Wyckoff check. And hopefully we'll do a double here on weekly. Something nice. That will be okay-ish from my part to see the market dumping here, then making a W, rejecting from this support, retesting of this big W, and hopefully after that we'll have something. I don't see any W at the moment. I think this candle needs a deeper retest, in my humble opinion, and then I'll look for Ws. Morning, morning, morning. So for the moment, you can see what I see on the chart. AB equals this, pointing out a bit lower. I was hoping for the market accepting above 0.03 and pumping to 0.05, 0.35 and then to dump. No, wasn't the case. Ethereum was weaker than Bitcoin and looks like it's still weaker than Bitcoin. Total market cap, ugly as shit. Look at it. We accepted below this level from April. We are going down. We are retesting $2 trillion without a shadow of the doubt or something. No, we are retesting this level. No more testing 3 trillion, no 3.5, no 4, no. Straight to $2 trillion. Let's see what will happen here. Total 3, similar, a bit stronger, you can see. If I take this low from 2022, the high, we still have some room to go even lower in the, probably the bottom will be somewhere in the 500 billion area here. Maybe we'll form a W, but this is just a location. What you see with green, it's a fib location, long reload zone. We need more than that. We need the market to drop here and then to do a weekly W. Look at here, weekly W. Nobody was talking about. Well, if you are old enough in crypto traders arena, you'll remember someone that was speaking about these W's here. Yeah? Do you remember? Anyone remembers Wednesday night, in the middle of the fucking night, someone was telling you that this looks like a range and if we'll accept above, we'll pump. And that's the beginning of the bull market for altcoins. Weak. Disastrous bull market for altcoins, but indeed, look at the total. I remember someone blabbing away every Wednesday. Okay, that's total 3. We talked about Bitcoin, CME chart. Let's talk about ES. We closed the weekly chart, the weekly candle below that. We are back in the uptrend channel. Do we have an M? Well, if you put the line chart, yeah, definitely we have an M. So let's put the line chart. You can see this is an M here. Last week I was telling you, well, as long as we are holding above that level, the market is strong. Just hedge your portfolio if you have stocks. I think that's the best way you can participate on ES. Yeah, it's strong, but still good to hedge your portfolio. We can dump here, yes. We can retest these lows, yes. We can dump even more if something bad will happen, yes. Every time we touch this level, we dumped at some point in time. Let's see what will happen. Take it with a grain of salt because I'm not trading traditional market, not yet at least. I'll be back at traditional market when Bitcoin and crypto will not give me enough volatility. For the moment, nothing to complain about Bitcoin. It's okay-ish. I have enough volatility. When I draw the line at the end of the week, I made money every week. Nothing to complain about. But when I'll come back here, I'll be more careful what is happening in ES. If I put the daily chart, you can see the M's already. If we'll accept below this level, then, well, we can go a lot lower. Let's go back on weekly. Gold. This looks like a top candle, no? Let's hope that will retest the short reload zone and then will dump. If I put daily chart, you'll see what I'm trying to say here. AB equals CD. I said it last week. You can see nothing happened lately, last couple of days. So A, B, C, D pointing out here in the short reload zone. Here, EM on daily, and then dump. It's possible to SFU this high. Yeah, it's possible. But let's take it level by level. We have an ugly week on a weekly chart. That could be the top. And if we'll get lucky in the short reload zones to get an EM, that will be more than okay for us to short or head short. That's up to you. Silver. Let's remove the ink a little bit so you can see it. Yeah. This looks like a top on silver, no? Similarly, if we'll get candle body highs 104, that will be a gift and you can think about shorting. So far, no setup here. Yeah, I still have this one. I closed a bit here, a bit more here, a bit more here. I still have a bit of position. I'll try to sell here to close the position in the short reload zone. Yeah, probably. If I'll get confirmation from gold versus silver. For the moment, on lower time frame, if I put daily chart, I told you about something. I keep my opinion for the moment. I don't see why not. Yeah, shoulder, head, shoulder. We didn't accept below this level, so it's still a valid one. So it's still possible for this one to bounce in the short reload zone. So it's possible to have shoulder, head, shoulder, bounce here, yamming out here, and then it's over. Silver is hard to trade. It's too violent for lower time frame. I don't want to touch it anymore. It's still possible to go to the moon above 120? No. Possible. Anything is possible, but I don't see it. We'll see. I'll think again when we'll get here, if we'll get in the short reload zone. If we don't have any bearish divergence, everything is strong. Yeah, possible. This candle, let's hide the drawings again. This candle needs a retest. When and how it will happen, we'll see. So that's silver. Well, copper, disappointing, to be honest, disappointing. Now look like shoulder, head, shoulder. And probably will accept lower. I don't know. I was hoping for more from this one, but no. Gold versus silver, weekly chart. Let's put weekly. Well, we bounce kind of strong here. If I'll see a W, a double bottom, most probably we have the bottom. We'll retest, but we most probably look at the strength of the candles here. Maybe I'm wrong, who knows, but I think we'll form a W. We have location, we have everything, we have the volatility. For a bottom, you can see we did a V bottom, but a V bottom, people, means retest, doesn't mean will not hold the low. So you have a V bottom, that means strength, bounce, really strong, and we'll retest here, and that retest will actually call the bottom on this chart. So I'm not ignoring the V bottom. Well, it's a V bottom. Yeah, V bottom means probably the market will come back to retest and will not be a V bottom anymore. But usually when you have a V bottom like this level holds. We talked about oil. You can see it's trying to form a bottom here. It's possible to fuck around and stay more here, yes, but overall, people, I think will push back up to 100 at some point in time. You know my opinion. I don't believe the story with Venezuela and everything. Okay, DXY, we have a big range here. We had another range here. Look at what's happening. I think we'll hold this level. We'll stay between 95 and 100. We can try to push a bit lower and then go back up, most probably. I don't think we have an AB equals CD. But on the other hand, Who the fuck am I to tell the market what to do? I'm nobody. So, A, B, C, D, possible. But we can see DXY here. Yeah, unfortunately. I still think we are in a range and will go sideways. But that's just my opinion. So that's the overview, people. Nothing fancy from last week. The market is slowly trying to form a top even on ES. Bitcoin more than 50% down from the top. People that said that, well, super cycle, mini cycle. No, we had exactly the usual cycle on Bitcoin. We didn't have the same on altcoins. Okay, I understand that. But Bitcoin respected the 4-year cycle really, really clearly on daily basis. So you had exactly, it formed the top exactly on the day. At least we know that we had the top there. Most probably we had the top. Sorry. We had the top here at 127. And we'll have the bottom again. Everyone will say this time is different when we'll get here. But probably in this area we'll have the bottom. You know my opinion. Below 69, I'm okay to slowly dollar cost average. The lower the better. If close to October, we'll get the P cycle bottom, give us a signal of dollar cost average to buy it. Okay, I'll be more aggressive. The lower the better for me. Above 69, I'm not okay with buying Bitcoin. Below 69, slowly. The lower, below 50, even more aggressive. But you have to imagine and you have to think about, you are not trading, you are investing, you are buying for the next 4 years, for the next 8 years. Remember when people said never below 100k, and they said, well, let's dollar cost average here, and I said, well, you are stupid if you think Bitcoin will stay forever above 100k and will never go back down and the 4-year cycle is over. Because that was the narrative here. Well, we accepted never below 100k. No. Well, where are the people that said never? Indeed, I was hoping for more than 127. That's clear. Everyone expected that. But to say that, well, never below 100? Anyway, it is what it is. I have the same bags, maybe more than you have. Altcoins bags. And you know my drill. Hero or zero. I'll respect the plan until the end with altcoins. Bitcoin, yeah. I just told you. Below 69, slowly dollar cost average. The lower, the better. I do a proper dollar cost average. I'm buying with the same amount of money, not the same amount of Bitcoin. Huh? So my average price of buying Bitcoin below 69 will be as low as possible. Okay, so that's the overview. Let's go on daily. Maybe we have something. I don't know if we have anything on daily. Let's put daily. I don't see anything special here. We are fighting 69. We accepted below, accepted above, but looks like we'll form a symmetrical triangle. I don't have an advantage here, people. And keep in mind, it's Monday. I suggest you to stay the fuck out until tomorrow. This is my 2 cents. Now, let's see the news, the events for this week. Wednesday, we have a lot of news. Yeah, in the beginning of the New York session. And then Friday we have again. But overall should be okayish. Yeah, Wednesday, keep in mind we have FOMC minutes at the end of the New York session. That could change the attitude of the market. And Friday we have some news again. But overall should be okayish to trade. That being said, let's go on lower time frame. And a stupid trader told you, I deleted all the trades we had here. Yeah, we are long from here. Yeah, we are short from here. Yeah, we are again long from here. Risk free on multiple ones. I had to even reactivate more Binance accounts because being long here and short here blocked one of my accounts. I cannot put another trade on that account. I have to use another one. But in the same time, I told you, don't believe in weekend pumps. And this is the area where you should think about shorting over the weekend. And someone even asked me, Paul, you want to take the shark? You'll put a limit order then? I said, yeah, shark, it's always a good level. And look what happened. We touched the shark and we dumped like crazy. I think we even touched 2R. Almost. Not quite. Now you should be risk free and enjoy yourself until tomorrow. I told you multiple times. I see some people doing the same stupid mistake over and over again. Over trading in a range like this. People, be patient and wait for higher time frame location. Stay the fuck out. Don't fuck around too much. If you don't want to listen, your portfolio will suffer. It's up to you. If you see me, you know I love to scalp. I love to day trade. I love to go on 5-minute chart and find setups. And you see me going in 1 hour and staying and waiting for 1 hour setups. You think I'm doing that because I'm stupid? I'm a stupid trader, but I don't think I'm stupid. I zoom out and I trade less because I see the environment is not as good and I prefer to make a bit less profit than to lose some of my money. Yeah. So shark was a nice setup here. And by the way, I said hunt a short setup here. We had a general setup here also on lower time frame. For example, if I put the 5-minute chart, look at the yams here. Can you see them? Huh? Can you see the yam here? Look at it. And what do we had here? Bearish divergence on RSI. So you had location, and I started to tell you from when we had these levels here, from Friday, Saturday, okay. And I said, location, let's hunt short ideas. Then you had bearish divergence here, and then you got an M, classic general setup. So either you took the shark, which was the easiest way to do it, but not as profitable, or you played the general setup, maybe 50-minute chart. You had better view about the yams here. My play was 1 hour fib, and I took the shark. Deep in profit, nothing to complain. Yeah. Other people took 5 trades, up, down, and they lost money. Well, I told you to slow down. It's not the environment. It's not the environment to overtrade. You want to overtrading in these moments comes from one reason, to recover some money you lost. And guess what? When you try to recover the money you lost, you'll lose even more. Stop doing that. The money you lost is not your money anymore. Okay? The money you lost is not your money anymore. Clear that out in your head. You have to use the money you have and stop trying to recover. Because if you are trying to recover the money you lost, you'll lose even more and you'll destroy the entire portfolio. And after that, you don't have the power to recover and you'll say crypto is a scam and you'll not be here in 1 month. So please stop over trading. Please, if you are following us, please listen at least a little bit. This is not an environment where you want to overtrade. Yes, I'm trading the range. Yes, I'm making money, but I slow down because I saw, well, the market is not what was a couple of weeks ago. I don't see the setups so well anymore. Let's slow down. If you listen or you don't listen, that's totally up to you. I'm not a financial advisor, so do whatever you want. Okay. Now, I have this short here. We are at the previous week Monday low. We are trying to bounce, but you can see the bounce is weak. Will accept in the long reload zone? Let's wait and see. For the moment, we are trying to hold the Monday low. If you want to wait until tomorrow to have the next Monday range, that will be even better. I don't see a setup here, to be honest. I don't see a setup here. Yeah, we are at the Monday low, but if I draw the fib from here to here, I'm in the middle of nowhere with the fib, so I prefer to wait in the long reload zone. Of course, if the market will go there. Here, nothing I can do. I have the short from the top, from the local top. I look like a genius now. Yeah? I made the trade risk-free. And that's it. And by the way, I made the trade risk-free, putting the stop loss here. I didn't remove anything from my trade, from the position size. So I moved the stop loss here. If the market wants to go back up, okay, I don't have a problem. If we'll go there, we'll probably go even higher. So I have the full position size. The lower it'll go, the more money I'll make. Simple as that, people. I know that not too many of you will be here in the next 3 to 6 months. A lot of you are disappointing about crypto, altcoins and everything. I feel the same, yeah, I feel the same. My solution is not to quit crypto or quit trading. My solution is to focus on day trading mostly and try to make money. Yeah, I'm in a different situation than most of you. I'm full-time trader. Fortunately, in the bull market is fortunately, in the bear market is not so fortunately. But I cannot complain about the money I make in trading crypto. So that's why I'm not tempted yet to go on traditional market. The bear market is the best time to learn, not the bull market when everything is pumping. Sebastian, he's right. It's not the best moment to learn in the bull market because you'll think you are a genius. Try to learn to trade now and see how trading works. We don't have open places on Kappa 1 or Kappa 2 for the moment. We are in the middle of the programs. I still have some DMs from people that they want to join, but to be honest, they're not consistent. They're not serious enough. Yeah, so we'll teach some people how to trade in Kappa 1 and Kappa 2 until the summer. We'll do another round in the fall. To be honest, I don't know. If I'll see people, enough people wanting to do that, I'll think about it. To be honest, you saw me here. I have 4 years here, day in and day out, day in and day out. And I don't know. I need to relax a little bit, to slow down a little bit, to enjoy life a little bit. I think we created more than we need as traders for our community. Yeah, you see that we have more gladiators now. People that they learn how to trade, they know how to trade. We'll create even more in this cycle. I don't think anything will happen if this will be the only Kappa 1 and Kappa 2 for 2026. We'll see. Anyway, getting back on the trading part. Long reload zone, it's for hunting long ideas. Okay, so if we get here and you see W's, yeah, you see W's, you see bullish divergence. Look at RSI here. This is a confirmed bullish divergence already. So we have some signs here, even if they are not too obvious, but they are there. Similar on OBV is trying to confirm a bullish divergence. Well, actually it's not bullish divergence, it's just indicator confirmation. This low is lower. So, some signs here. I prefer bullish divergence than indicator confirmation, but it's not up to me. So, seeing the market here, if we'll dump lower and then we'll form a W, I'll be more than happy to hunt a general setup. Like you know, I love the shark. So if I don't see anything else, I'll play the shark. Entry 66,300, stop loss here. And then, you know, if the shark will fail, I'll try to play the SFU on 5-minute chart. And if this one will fail, or will not give me an SFU setup, then I'll wait in the bigger long reload zone here. So the more we dump, the more bullish I become, the more aggressive I'll try to hunt long setups. For a short, well, we need to accept above this level, maybe an SFU, and then I'll think about a short. For the moment, no. For the moment, I'll just wait on the sidelines for today. For example, I have this trade is more than okay. I need to go and resolve some other problems anyway, so today I don't think I'll trade too much. I don't know if I'll get back in the New York session to do the live stream, so probably Stefan will keep that that live stream. Okay, so that's Bitcoin. Pretty basic, pretty simple. I posted this one on Twitter, these levels here. I posted on general chat. I didn't keep it for myself. Nobody could say, well, Paul, you didn't tell us what to do or what you are hunting. Well, I did. The rest is up to you. Ethereum, kind of similar, weaker than Bitcoin. Look at it. Yeah. Short reload zone, some yams here, dumping. Could this form a W and push back up here and test $2,000 and $2,050? Possible. I consider the market strong here. Well, not quite. Let's see, this low was in the weekend. Yeah, unfortunately, this low will probably be retested. Weekend lows. And then maybe we'll do an SFU of the highs, who the fuck knows. Let's hope that we'll do that. We'll SFU the lows here, maybe give us a setup, and then we'll take the weekend highs. That will be nice. We'll see. Slow and steady, people. I don't, if you don't have a setup, don't fuck around. Just wait for a clear setup. I told you too many times to zoom out a little bit and stop over trading. Do whatever you want. Okay, Aster. I see some yams here on 1 hour. Can see. I was hoping for higher, for 81 to hedge my portfolio, my spot bags on Aster or Aster portfolio. It's still possible. It's possible, but I don't like these yams here. Let's hope that will bounce from this and will go above 75 cents. To be honest, doesn't look bullish here. Yeah, look at RSI. Look at the OBV, it's trying to aim out. Let's hope that will bounce and will go to 81. I want to hedge there, not here, but we'll see. Okay, for long on Aster, long reload zone in the same area where Stefan said to buy. If I'll dump here and I'll see a setup, okay, I'll think about it. Here, no. Hype, I need to zoom out on hype to show you a better. Yeah, was relatively strong. We had some W's here, but now you can see it's not as strong anymore. And you know where I'll wait. Here. Look left, we have support. Give me a W here, close to 78.6, retest of this initial big W, and then we'll talk about it. So far, I don't see why I should be interested in trading this one. Solana, similar, people, similar. We SFU in the weekend this high, and we are dropping back down. To be honest, I consider that Solana will range. Yeah, I want Solana lower to buy it lower, but I think we'll range in this area. In this $80, $70, $70, $60. I think it'll go sideways. And at some point, if, for example, Bitcoin will drop more, then we'll dump crazy $40, maybe lower. Will not stay too long there, will form a double and then pump back up. But for the moment, I see a range. You can see low, high, and we are trying to play the range game already. Yes, on a 4-hour chart, we had the trade of the trade here, if you remember. That was a nice SFU here. I was hoping for a W here on 4-hour chart, actually on 1-hour chart, but look at how ugly the price action was. I was hoping for a W here. We swept the liquidity, we pumped, we dumped back. I prefer to wait until tomorrow just to look at ES. I'm not trading ES, you know that, but even if I'll trade the ES, I don't want to trade it today. Look at it. This looks ugly. Yeah, we should think long, so probably we'll push back in the short reload zone, but no setup for me. Gold, sideways, ugly, no. Silver, similar. Weaker. On silver, what is attractive about silver is that if we are thinking, you saw on a higher time frame, if we are thinking shoulder, head, shoulder, we should form some W's here and we can form the right shoulder, and that will give us a nice risk to reward if we'll form W's and we'll pump. Imagine that you'll buy something here at W and will pump all the way up in the short reload zone. That could be something nice for silver. But slow and steady. Let's see the W, let's see the setup, and then we'll talk about. So, not too many things I could say about lower time frame, people. Slow and steady, slow and steady. Play clear setups. Small risk, 0.5 and 1%. Don't make me tell you why. Repeat again why I consider 1% is the best solution. Don't risk more than 1% per trade. Please don't come with kid stories that, well, I have a small portfolio and I risk 2-5%. Yeah, if you have a small portfolio and you are risking 2-5%, you are creating a bad habit. Enjoy your bad habits. When the portfolio, let's say your portfolio will grow, 2 to 5% could destroy your account and will destroy your account. So stay the fuck out from the 5% risk and use 1%. What is more beautiful than to have a plan where you say every trade I'll take will be 1% risk per trade? You don't know the power of 1% risk per trade. If you have an advantage in the market, if your system works, if you have a good setup, 1% is the best. Teach you good habits, teach you consistency, slowly increasing your portfolio without wild swings. Slow and steady becoming a money machine. But if you don't have patience and you want to increase your portfolio faster, go ahead. Why the fuck you think me and Stefan we are using 1% per trade? Because we are stupid? Because we don't like money? Why professional traders are recommending you to use 1% per trade? Because they are stupid? I don't think so. And I see beginners, well, my portfolio is small, I'll risk 2 to 5% because, well, you know, it's small. No, that's the worst habit you'll put in your head. But go ahead, I'm not a financial advisor, do whatever the fuck you want. Yeah, my risk management is 1%. When I'm scalping, I'm using 0.5. Just if you consider that you are better, a lot better than me and Stefan and other traders, go ahead, use more. Pure money. I'm disappointed people by some people, and because I try to teach them some things, they learn some TA, but they didn't learn proper risk management. They didn't want to learn, and now they are suffering, and nothing I can do about it. When I tell them where the problem is, well, Paul, help me. Okay, let's see how much you are risking per trade. You put all the trades in your journal. Well, actually, you know, I risked 2 to 5 and I didn't journal everything. Well, that's the problem. Go and do that. Well, my portfolio is small. I could risk a bit more. No. And they don't listen. And after 2 or 3 months, they're coming back and with the same problem. It is what it is. Stop over trading. Stop risking more than you should. Stop trading without a clear setup. If you don't have a setup, stay the fuck out. I don't care if you have to stay on the sidelines for 1 entire week. Doesn't matter. Wait until you have a setup. But first of all, people, answer to one question. You are here to make money, or you are here to have emotions and feel something? Because most of you are telling me that you want to make money, but actually I see you chasing emotions. I see you chasing trades. Well, if the market will go up, well, I want to be in the trade. No, you don't want to make money. You want to be in a trade. You want to have that rush of having a trade in the market. Yeah, that's a free rant for you people. Okay, if you have anything, ask me in the chat. I'm here to stay more, I don't know, 10 more minutes. About altcoins, shitcoins. Until you ask the questions, let's talk about shitcoins. Let's put the daily chart. I want to see daily W's breakout and retest. Here we have power of 3. If we'll accept above this level, then I'll think about. I want to see daily W's breakout and retest. Don't come with 4-hour W's and ask me what to do, because I'll tell you what to do. Stay the fuck out. For example, here you can see W, breakout and retest. Well, now if you zoom in on 4-hour chart and you'll hunt a W, probably will be a good one. I don't know what the fuck they are doing with Aya, but technically this is a W. What I don't like about this W is this tail. But you get the idea. So give me daily W's, breakout and retest, and we'll talk about. Look at this one, APR. Has a W, do the breakout and retest, and I'm more than okay. Why I'm looking at the new shitcoins? Because they don't have too much or so much selling pressure. And they will move faster than the old ones. Look at this one. Kind of a W here, breakout, retest, then you can enter. Okay? Aster, similar. If we'll dump here in the long reload zone, 55, 50 cents, and you give you a W, okay. So, on the shitcoins where we don't have a W, don't fuck around, wait for the daily W. On the shitcoins that they have a W, I prefer to play breakout and retest, enter at the retest. No W, no trade, people, that's for sure. W, then okay, make a trade, take a trade after the daily W, make it risk-free at 1 hour, get a risk-free position. After you got a risk-free position, you can ignore that trade, let it in the market and hunt the next one, because you remove the risk, no? You remove the risk on that trade, you can hunt another one. If you manage to get it risk-free, then you remove the risk for that one, you can hunt another one, and another one, and another one. Total risk should be below 4% at any point in time. Remember, below 4%, not above 4%. Angelo, first of all, that is not definitive when that law is not in already. They still need to vote it next month to approve that law, to be a law. And if we'll approve that, probably, yeah. Probably the stupidity will spread in entire Europe. But I think that they'll put that law. No, I think they are trying to scare people. Yeah, because it's not sustainable. A law like that is not sustainable. A lot of people will just say, see you, I'm moving to Dubai. See you, I'm moving to Paraguay. See you, I'm moving in different places. Yeah. If Europe becomes stupid, people will leave. People with money. Because now it's easy to move your ass. Yeah. It's easy to move your ass. I'll give you an example with Paraguay. You go there, you have some money, you make a company there, they'll give you a visa, they'll give you everything you need, they'll tax you 10%, and you can do whatever you want. Yeah? You don't have to live there, you can go and live in Argentina, you can go and live in other countries. But if you stay there and you invest in their country and you open a company, they will give you some discounts, some nice things. And it's not the only country. Yeah? Developing countries, they have all the interest to attract capital, and they'll give you nice conditions. Like I said, you are not a tree, you can move. I see in Romania a lot of people are going, our neighbor, because in our country is 16% taxes, in their country is 10%. And a lot of companies are just moving their business there. Simple. When Romania will see that they are losing ground and they are losing money and they are losing capital, they'll be forced to say, well, fuck it. We have to go back down. Anyway, that's a different discussion. Blue AI, Brev, you can see some of them have some W's. Most of them don't. Look at this one. Look at this daily W. People, don't ignore a daily W like this. This is power of 3, 101. Stefan, that's your setup. Look at it. Textbook one. Textbook one. Look at it. And you know, if the market will accept below this level, well, the setup is gone. You have the daily W, breakout, retest, power of 3, everything you want. Is this a shitcoin? Yes, it's a shitcoin. But this shitcoin at some point in time pumped all the way up until $20. And now it's 30 cents. Yeah. So yeah, look at it. This could be a setup. Take it or leave it. Yeah. Easy setup. You take this W, power of 3, you have W on location with bullish divergence, most probably. Yeah, look at the OBV here. Yeah. You take this trade or you don't take it, that's up to you. But the setup is there. If you don't see the daily W's breakout and retest, don't touch it. My 2 cents, it's exactly what I'm doing. After I'll close this live stream, I'll take this setup. I'll take it with 1% and I'll leave with the results. Okay? Simple. Then I'll trail. I'll make it risk free and I'll try to trail as high as possible if will give me opportunity. Okay, people? It's up to you. Look for setups that look like this. Huh? The daily W, breakout and retest with some bullish divergence. Look at the OBV here. Huh? Nice, clean. AI, it's just a new shitcoin that could pump, could dump, but the setup itself is looking nice. No V tops, no V bottoms, clear daily W's, breakout and retest. You can see, not everything has a W. No W, no clear breakout, no retest, no setup, no trade. So, first of all, about that unrealized gains tax is not a law yet. Everyone was panicking about it, but let's wait and see if they'll approve that and it'll become a law, and then we'll discuss. If they'll do it, they are testing with this law. Yeah, they are testing to see what will happen, and if it will work, and people will be stupid and will stay, and will stay in the country, people with money, then they'll try to spread it. If they'll see that it's not working, they'll give up and they'll say, well, no, back off. People are moving. This is my 2 cents. So, that's my thinking, people. Hunt daily W's on altcoins, breakout retest, general setups, enter when you have an entry, make the trade risk free at 1 hour, trail it as much as possible, hunt the next one. It's what I'll do. You don't know how to do it, then you have a problem. Someone said to look at what? Someone was saying to look at. Well, I'll look at the chat a little bit. Bank holiday today? Will be a long weekend, so Yeah, that could be a problem, Adela, indeed. But still, I'll treat it as a usual day. Ripple, nothing to look at. Ripple, daily W, breakout and retest. I don't care what we have, what altcoins you have, what altcoin you have, and what do you think will do. I saw someone saying something about Doge, if I remember correctly. Let's take a look at Doge. Remember when I told you to stay the fuck out and don't touch Doge because not even Elon Musk could save Doge? You didn't listen. Nothing I can do about it. Huh? Everyone was trying to do something here. And I said, well, no, wait in the low low zone. Then here, well, we'll go to the moon. We'll go to $5. Yeah, okay. Back at 10 cents. Below 10 cents, you can dollar cost average. Let's remove some ink. And let's do something like this. Okay? This is the low. Oh, no, this is the low. Let's put the altcoin long reload zone. There you go. 88.6. So you can see no weekly W for the moment. Nice location, acceptable location. If you look at the price action before 2021, then not as good. Let's go on daily. On daily, you have something here. Not the best price action here. I prefer to trade something else. Looks like we'll try to form a W. I don't consider this one a W, what we have here. But if we'll form a daily W, play it as everything else. Why do you think Doge will pump? We had a weekend pump. It's up to you. I don't consider that is the best one. Koi is looking a lot better than Doge, to be honest. So yeah, people, money will move where it's cheaper, where the taxes are smaller. And these days is not like in the past where it was really hard to move your ass. No, now it's easy. Now to move in another country, usually you need 3 months to stay there. And you have a bit of money, you easily can do that. Then you can open a business there and you can do something there. Yeah. Watch out to Dubai. You know my opinion about Dubai. Not a fan of Dubai. But there are a lot of people that they love what is happening there. I'm not one of them. I consider that Romanian taxes is a bit too high these days, yes, but the entire Europe is the same. There are some ways to go Hungary or you can go on Bulgaria, or how the fuck you say it in English, because in Romanian it's totally different. Yeah. For the moment, I don't have a problem staying here. For the moment, if they'll increase the taxes even more, then I'll have a problem. Yeah. So our neighbors have better taxes, 10%, and I think 10% on both of them. Well, that being said, people, let's call it a live stream. I'll repeat, I'll say it again. Let's see, where do we have Koi here? Hunt setups like this. Okay? Setups like this. W, breakout and retest. If you have bullish divergence, even better. Yeah? Fucking around without a clear setup or trying to be too aggressive on 1 hour chart. If you are not a scalper or a day trader, you don't have any fucking business to stay on 1 hour chart. Sometimes it's dangerous even on 4 hour chart on shitcoins. That's why I recommend daily Ws. But for some fucking reasons, reason everyone thinks he's a day trader. They didn't learn how to day trade. They don't even know the difference in emotions, don't know the difference in risk management. They don't know the difference in setups, don't know the difference in mentality. But everyone wants to be a day trader, a scalper. Go ahead. Instead of staying and hunting daily W's, patiently do your daily job. Don't fuck around and try to do both in the same time. And when you have time, 1 hour a day is more than enough to hunt these daily W's. You don't have to stay and stare at the chart all day long. You can watch once or twice every day, half an hour in the morning, half an hour afternoon, and just scan some of them. Put some limit orders. Next day, if it's risk free, it's risk free, and that's it. You hunt the next one. Everyone wants to be a scalper. Go ahead. Enjoy. It's not that easy, people. Okay. Overall, on higher time frame, unfortunately, people, on weekly chart, we are 52% below the all-time high. We can consider that we are in a bear market. Yeah. After we accepted below 100K. Yeah. As we accepted and we closed weekly candles below 100K, was kind of obvious. We had all the reasons here. Bearish divergence and indicators. We had everything. We didn't like to see that, and we didn't want to believe it. That's a different story. But once we accepted below 100 and we closed below, and we did the dead cat bounce and we didn't even manage to touch 100, was pretty obvious. We'll go straight down? No. We'll probably bounce once more because the market is now going just in one direction. Let's see if we'll meet Bitcoin in October here at 40K. Couple of months, not too much time to wait. That being said, okay, I'll call it a live stream. See you tomorrow in the daily crypto plan. People in Discord, I'll not trade too much today. Like I said, I'll go away. Stefan will take care of everything today. Okay, see you next one. Bye bye.